I'm not going to make a dirty joke about the title of this episode. It's just too easy. We open with Powerglide, who, by the way, is a mini-spy like Bumblebee or Cliffjumper. I mention this because it takes two full-size jets, Skywarp and Starscream, to blow him out of the sky. Damn it, I said I wasn't making any dirty jokes. Wait, no I didn't. I said I wasn't making jokes about master builders, and I'm not. The master builders in question are a couple of additional new Autobots, Grapple and Hoist. They're building a really intricate model of a fairly straightforward solar-powered doohickey, apparently just so they can win Optimus Prime's approval. Well hey, there are something like 30 new Autobots now. Prime can't even remember all their names, much less specific details about them. Remember the Trailblazer debacle a few weeks ago? So yeah, if I were in this new wave of Autobots, I'd probably be trying to get on Daddy's good side as well.
Well, if he's not impressed, I'll be depressed.
But I probably wouldn't put it like that. Not to a guy friend, anyway. Prime really has no interest in the thing, though. He'd much rather play basketball with Spike. Listen, whatever your name is, he basically says. I realize you weren't here for Season 1, though I'm not entirely clear on where you were and how you got here. But any energy output greater than a static spark on a shag rug will attract the Decepticons' attention. We have a strict no energy devices policy here. We're basically starving ourselves to death because we're too terrified that our enemies might steal any fuel we can generate ourselves. Alright, he doesn't say that exactly, but that's the gist of it. I'm here to summarize, alright? Rather than breaking into tears in front of his leader, Grapple does the sensible thing and hauls ass out of there. Thankfully, this happens.
Condition magenta. Powerglide shot down by enemy fire in Sector 3.
So Grapple has a legitimate reason to take off. Now he's a hero instead of a moody little pussy. I mean, would a pussy ignore condition magenta? I don't think so. They go and fix Powerglide, and on the way home they discuss ignoring Optimus Prime's warning and building their solar power thing anyway. The Constructicons, who just happen to be standing right near the spot where they stop to talk, overhear and decide to implement Plan 2 of the only 5 plans any Decepticon ever has. Pretend to be an Autobot's friend and take advantage of him. So Prime warned Grapple that his solar thing was a bad idea because the Decepticons might get a hold of it, and the way he decides to prove him wrong is to build it with a bunch of Decepticons. Well, new guy, that's one way to make an impression, I suppose. Oh, and Megatron calls the Constructicons out for their whole "we abandoned the Decepticons" shtick because he was eavesdropping the whole time with his convenient rock camera. Man, maybe there's just something special about that spot. It can't be a coincidence that everyone just happens to be there or happens to be watching what's going on there. The Constructicons assure him that it's all a clever ruse. You know, Plan 2, just like you used on Skyfire, the Dinobots, Autobot Spike, and Gears. Oh yeah, says Megatron. Carry on then. Except I think he uses the word simpering or dolt in there someplace. Who can remember? So they go steal some building materials from a guy in a hard hat, which admittedly we haven't seen for a while now, and construction of the solar thing begins. Grapple doesn't really question where the materials come from, which seems like flimsy writing, but I can vouch for this one. I used to buy helicopter parts for aerospace engineers. They couldn't care less where the materials come from, or how much they cost, or if they don't actually exist on this plane of reality. Trust me. While all this is going on, Optimus is playing basketball with some of the new guys. And unlike some of the other human things they try to understand, he's actually really into this. And it's actually kind of funny. Not in a so bad it's good kind of way either, but actually funny. Maybe not the very best way for a military commander to be spending his time, but I don't blame the writing for that. It's slowly becoming clear to me that this is pretty much in character for Optimus Prime. He's not actually a very good leader if you think about it. And speaking of writing that doesn't suck, the scenes between Grapple and the Constructicons aren't too bad either. It actually feels like they've put aside their ideological differences to concentrate on building that power tower, which is what we're calling it now. Which is pretty lame. But honestly, there is a lot of good character stuff in this episode, really. Some of it is almost subtle. Almost. I actually felt kind of bad for Grapple when the inevitable betrayal happened. Not only because he sincerely thought the Constructicons were his friends, but also because he has to listen to Prime's "I told you so"s for months now. So a battle happens.
Constructicons, you know what to do!
Yeah, merge to become Devastator, then suck and lose. That'd be plan number 4. We've done this lots of times. And naturally the tower gets wrecked in the process, and the condescending begins. So I guess the lesson here is ignore your brainy aspirations and play basketball instead. And to think I was actually sad when Prime died in the movie. I actually have no science lesson for you this week. Believe it or not, they seem to have followed the laws of physics and not invented any ridiculous things. I mean, I guess there's the solar tower thing, but they never really explained how it worked, so they didn't really have a chance to get it wrong. So I'm sure something twice as ridiculous will be around next week.
Try to keep me from taking the ball.
All right, Spike. Am I drooling correctly?
The word is dribbling, Optimus.
Here, Spike.